History is broken. All recorded knowledge more than 300 years old has been corrupted. The Starfinder Society is recruiting outsiders to unravel the mysteries of what happened. Unlikely heroes must learn to work together to stay alive, where technology and magic exist together among the stars. Dead Sundays, most Sundays at 7 p.m. Only on twitch.tv/Logar the Ogar. The past haunts us all.
All right, we're live. Hello, we're live. Hello, we're not live. There we are.
There we are.
And now we're all there.
Hold open.
Okay, and ladies and gentlemen, the weekend. Hi, welcome to Dead Sundays, the show where we play Starfinder. This is episode 14, the Ukulam expedition. Currently, Kumahara is cosplaying as a mediocrely enthralled Kirby, which is fine. Steph Hotcakes Deluxe is cosplaying as a Force Ghost version of themselves, and
I didn't die of COVID.
Yeah. You're in space.
I didn't get the memo that we were cosplaying.
Yeah, I wore my regular nice shirt.
It's laundry day. I wore a hoodie.
Please remember to open up your Sirenscape player if you're using it. Cap, just so you know, that intro was not made by me. It was made by Elf Otter, and he sent it to me, and with the message like, "This is nothing. I just needed to get this out of my head. This is just an idea I had, and I didn't want to do it." And then he proceeds to send me the best video I've ever seen in my entire life. And I was like, okay, we have to use this for literally everything. And we do. It got us, I should post it back on Twitter again. It got us a lot of very good traction right in the beginning. Hi, buddy. Twig's here too. Okay, welcome to Starfinder, the game where we fly around in space and make fun of aliens.
Happy Goblin Week.
Timer.
What's that? So,
Talking to Shepard.
what's going to happen today is different from anything we've ever done before. The reason being, yeah, is right. It's going to be a lot of, I don't know, I have to look this up. I don't know, I have to look this up. Because originally you guys had headed to the planet Castrovel. Castrovel is a enormous jungle planet. Most of it is untamed wilderness, but there are these spots of very highly advanced pockets of society. Most of the people come here, they go to universities, they go to research labs, things like that. You guys were trying to track down more information about an explorer named Hakuim Zan, who had gone to a place on Castrovel and had recorded some very mysterious writing some 300 years ago. While you guys were on the asteroid, known as the Drift Rock, you discovered some unknown writing, and through the channels of the Starfinder Society, you realized or you were told that these two writings matched up. This is the same type of language that was found in these ruins on Castrovel. Hakuim Zan himself, though, was kind of a dickhead. He was a very brash and flashy explorer. He did not much care for any of the local customs. He just wanted to make a find and make a story about it. He used a lot of non-academic language vis-a-vis savages, things like that.
Oh,
Eventually,
we hate that.
Yeah, we hate that.
He just got way ickier than he was.
I think we never really went into it. He basically broke all of these exploration walls that are set up to protect these protected areas and just went down into them anyway. And he really
at first
made...
I thought I thought he was like cool, like renegade scientist. I realized.
No,
Yeah.
it's like the opposite of that. He was not a renegade scientist. He was just a dickhead. Eventually, he got caught, and they took all of his notes. That's why you had to go to the university, because that's where all the notes were. But he still remembered enough to post, to write a book detailing his adventure from what he could remember. That was called The Pyramid People of Ukulam. And they were not... Here it is. The Pyramid People of Ukulam, which is a tawdry travelogue that lauds the author's bravery as much as it describes the culture that built the sites using ample non-academic language such as exotic, savages, and time immemorial. Basically, he was a dude who knew how to sell a story and just didn't really give a shit about anything.
I'm gonna replace the word hero in my description of him and put racist asshole.
Yeah, it's good. Space white guy. Thank you. That's exactly what it was. He, as far as I know, he has disappeared in time because that was 300 years ago. However, Just Kisses did mention that they were aware of Hakuim Zan as like a person. You guys went to the Kabaret University for xenoarchaeology, and xeno is something else, xenoanthropology. And you received help deciphering some of the languages, you received help figuring out where that language that you found in the Drift Rock came from. You also found the remaining pieces of Hakuim Zan's notes that would detail how he got from Turhalu Point to the pyramid that he explored. With those, you are now ready to combine all of your information and go through the elf portal at Turhalu Gate. Go through the elf portal at the university at the city of Kabaret and start your adventure in Turhalu Gate. I'm gonna spell it, and then Hotcakes is gonna make me feel dumb about it.
Great. Happy.
Okay, you ready? Turhalu Point. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Turhalu Point. All right, so at the end of the last session, you guys received travel visas and money. You guys received 2,500 credits for the ongoing assistance. Oh, most importantly, probably most emergency-wise, one of the scientists got kidnapped, and they're on their way to Turhalu Point. You guys should probably figure that out at some point. You know that a group of people matching the descriptions of the people that you saw in the surveillance tape of the college matched the description of some people going through the elf gates. So you are hot on the trail of the kidnappers that went through the gate to Turhalu Point that kidnapped Dr. Muhali's associate, Dr. Solstarni. And I think that's it. I think you're all caught up. Okay?
There's several names that I can't wait to forget mid-conversation.
Don't worry. I will not hold it against you.
It's just like dealing with academic faculty in real life. Just like the dean, the assistant dean, blah, 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 research fellowship, notes were stolen, professors were kidnapped. So...
Yeah,
as someone who is fired from a university, this is all true to life.
And remember that the thing you had to solve as soon as you got in there was a PR scandal when Alabean's 21-2, Dr. Brain Shapiro, made a very scathing comment about upholding the
How's this gonna keep happening to me?
the genocide that occurred in one of the wars on the planet, and had his tenureship put in jeopardy, which was the big problem for him. Not that he said anything wrong, it was that he might not get his tenureship.
21 who's always just telling everybody to eat raw meat.
You can smell him coming from down the hall.
I mean, he is a big brain. I can only imagine that it's sticky and kind of mucusy and kind of gross.
Not like me, a nice dry bug.
Yep. Well, not for long, and you'll find out why. Okay.
Oh, no.
Get wet bug. You guys are now. So you are joined now by. I think you said you wanted to take Shepard with you. It's going to be Pax, Zib, Raj, and Shepard going through this portal to go to Turhalu Point to pursue the kidnappers and also follow the notes of Hakuim Zan to get to the place that has this ancient writing on it, the same that you found in the drift truck. So if you guys, I don't think there was anything else to do before you went through the portal. Until you went to Turhalu Point to follow up, can you guys think of anything that you wanted to do that didn't get done?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I got nothing in notes. I think we nailed everything because we looked into the uniforms. We're done.
Yep, you did the uniform thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, buddy. Twig's here too. He's trying.
Aw.
Oh.
So you guys walk onto this like gigantic platform that has several arms sticking out down the out to the wilderness, and you can see that at the end of them stands what is basically a Stargate. And every once in a while, one of them turns on, and you see a large group of people walking in or out of it. And then in the same way that you would if you got off of like a plane at a customs place, there's a Port Authority officer that comes up and talks to them. The Port Authority being not necessarily a port on the sea, but a port as in portal. They are the Portal Authority. It is highly regulated so that there's no cross traffic. And you guys have arrived with your travel visas and are standing in front of the portal to Turhalu Point. Turhalu Point is a decommissioned military base that keeps kind of a skeleton security guard crew just to keep the wilderness at bay, but most of it has been turned into some sort of field research facility. So, you guys walk through the elf gate. And I'm going to read you this little thing that it says to read.
We're instantly telefragged.
Yeah, Zib, you're missing an antenna. The station at Turhalu Point sits at the tip of a broad peninsula covered in rolling plains and expanses of a tall, pale green grasses that shimmer with violent hues in the wind. Short-lived blooms of magenta fungus tower nearly 20 feet above the landscape, though many have begun to wilt and others are marred by bite marks of half a dozen sizes. Trumpeting calls echo across the plains as immense, six-legged creatures with long, swooping necks trek steadily across the grass towards the western jungles. Beyond rises the Singing Range, its peaks barely visible through the haze. You guys walk out of the portal onto the other side, and unlike everything that you've seen on Castrovel, well, you've seen up close at Castrovel so far, this is the wilderness of Castrovel. You step out into basically the middle of the jungle, and you suddenly understand why you could never actually land a spaceship here. To do so would involve disturbing everything around you and ruining the idea of keeping any of it preserved at all.
Makes sense. It's not at all like Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
No, not at all. Don't even know why we would bring it up.
I don't know why. My mistake.
But if you have anything that you can link to Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, please bring it up. We'll make a note of it. We'll clip it.
This man drinking chocolate milk? What was that?
No, it was iced coffee.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm drinking chocolate milk with ice cubes in it as a 33-year-old man at 7:20 p.m. Eastern time.
Chalky milk is good.
Ain't nothing wrong with chalky milk, man.
That sounds
With
delicious.
ice cubes? With ice cubes.
There's some freaks that drink their milk with ice cubes in like the Midwest, I think.
Chalky milk with ice cubes is a jam.
I mean, there's worse things you could drink with ice cubes. This keeps it cold, and cold chocolate milk is better than lukewarm chocolate milk.
I agree, but you should just drink it faster. You should chug your chocolate milk. You should put the glass. See, what you really need to do if you want to get your artisanal chocolate milk on, you got to put the glass in the freezer, and then take it out, and then fill it up with the chocolate milk from the fridge.
Sort of like what you do with beer, right? Like you freeze the beer mug. Okay, fair enough.
I'm much more into chocolate milk right now than I am beer. So I don't. Every beer I drink, I'm like, why do we work so hard to keep this?
Yeah. You know what? I think if you put like a chocolate milk next to somebody like with a beer, like you give them the choice, and they weren't going to be judged for it, 9 out of 10 people are taking the chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course they are. I also would never drink one and then the other in either order.
Well, I do like Irish car bombs. That's kind of the same thing. So
fair.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, space.
We're in a jungle.
You guys are in a jungle. Like, you guys are in a literal jungle. But in addition to these, like, large trees and tall grasses, there's also these, like, 20-foot tall mushrooms that have started to fan out and then wilt. And they're instead of, like, being these very tall, straight-up mushroom plumes, they've now started to wilt and drip over. The vibe is very post-military. Once one of Kabarat's minor military outposts on Ukulam, Turhalu Point has been decommissioned for more than 20 years. It still maintains its token security force to keep the wildlife at bay, but industrious researchers have converted most of its gun turrets and bunkers into greenhouses and biology labs. So basically everything that used to destroy life has been converted into studying it.
That's fascinating.
Among the researchers is Dr. Care Al-Nuf. Al-Nuf? Dr. Care. We're going to go with that.
Elf Care. Got it.
Elf Care, yeah. Dr.
It's
Elf
important
Care.
to practice elf care.
He is going to be the person that meets you after you walk out of the portal. As soon as you guys get out of the portal, you're taking in this gigantic, serene landscape that is bigger than anything you've ever seen. It's wilder than you guys have ever seen. Being from Absalom Station, you've never experienced anything like this. PAX, perhaps you have. I don't know if we ever talked about where Zib is from.
Oh, Zib's from space.
Which space, though?
I don't know. I forget what I wrote in the doc.
All right, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's like just sharing.
This is very impressive to you as well.
Or just sharing a colony.
It is fucking true. I'm from
Calabasas.
Born in Calabasas, citizen of the galaxy.
So this doctor sees you guys walking out of the portal and starts waving at you and waves you to walk over to him. He is standing sort of in front of a field lab set up with, it seems to have like a bunch of boxes and instruments around him. Once you walk over to him, he introduces himself as Dr. Care. He is a kind of an older human man. He starts to explain that he's one of the ranking scientists, and he's a grant beneficiary at the university that you guys just came from. He said that Dr. Muhali had called ahead, and that he is prepared to give you whatever information he can, as well as some equipment that was going to help you get across the wilderness to where you're trying to go. One of the things that he says after he introduces you to, after he introduces himself, is that the group that Dr. Muhali had said that you were looking for did indeed come through here a few days ago. They came through, departed into the wilderness a little more than a day ago. He also tells you that he learned that the hold on, came and departed into the wilderness a little more than a day ago. He said that the group consisted largely of armed Lashunta mercenaries, and based on what he overheard, they were headed towards some elven ruins to the northwest to perform archaeological survey work with the oversight of Dr. Solstarni, who is the person that is missing. Though the Kasatha appear to be groggy and perhaps ill. Remember, she is the prisoner of that group of Lashunta currently.
Right.
Yeah.
I ask him. Raj asks him, "Is this common to see, groups of mercenaries traveling through this wilderness?"
He says, "Well, it's not uncommon. Mostly because if you're going to go through the wilderness, you're going to need a lot of protection. This is a wild area. There is no guarantee that walking from here to there is not going to be met with some giant thing that wants to eat you. So a scientist traveling with an armed mercenary group is not out of the ordinary."
Okay.
Well, but did it seem like he had enough mercenaries to just protect himself? Or were there enough mercenaries to do something else as well?
Right.
I really can't say. I mean, there were 2 doctors and then about 11 mercenaries and a lot of equipment. Not exactly sure what else what they had in mind, besides what they said.
So, if we're going into the forest without mercenaries ourselves, does that mean that that we're strong enough to handle what's in there? Or
Yeah, you
are
guys
they...
look tough as hell.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. It's
Zip,
there's a gym on the ship. I've been doing some curls.
Zib, I'm starting to see quite a bit of definition in your second set of arms.
Thank you. Over the table, I was rereading shit because I keep forgetting what my character is supposed to be like and what Sheeran's are like. And it's incredibly disgraceful for Sheeran to use their extra appendages for anything that isn't purely ceremonial or mating. But I like the idea that Zib to Zib selfies and stuff are ceremonious, they're of religious level importance to him. Yeah. But everything else is very offensive.
Perfect. I love it. Yeah, I mean, of course Zib would think that Zib taking a picture of Zib is a ceremony.
I mean, it's also part of mating. That makes sense as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all of this tracks. Lifting weights.
You know they're sending pictures of their second set of arms straight to kisses when we're not paying attention.
Hey, baby, take me out to dinner.
So the doctor in front of you invites you over to his table, and on the table you can see he has all these maps kind of laid out, and because he knew that you guys were coming, and he starts to show you these maps, and over the course of the conversation, it says that the research outpost has numerous maps of the region and survey data from aircraft that have flown over most of the continent. This is only over top, though, so they really don't know what it's like to go through it. So based on the PC's anecdotal notes and the maps created by Hakuim Zan centuries ago, the Doctor estimates that the journey to the abandoned city, which is where you're trying to go to find the writing, will take about 10 to 12 days of steady travel on foot.
Okay, so above the table, before we have to ask this, does that mean we're going to need to sleep, eat, and get food?
Yeah.
Sort of. We're gonna go over that before we actually do it.
Okay.
That's what I meant about. We're gonna do a whole bunch of new stuff today.
Got it.
Because that kind of stuff I don't think is fun. But in this particular instance, where the whole point is traversing uncharted territory, basically, it is the only time that I think it's important to keep track of that kind of stuff.
We're about to fight dinosaurs, so I'm excited.
Are you related to them?
Yeah!
That is an offensive stereotype. But, in fact, yes, we are.
Stereotypes come from real places.
That's why it's a stereotype. You're correct.
He advises the PCs that their route should lead them first through the fairly sparse lowlands around Turhalu Point, which is where you are now, into the dense subtropical rainforest to the northwest, and finally into the foothills of the Singing Range, which is that giant mountain range that is in the background of what you're trying to do. All right, so he plans out the route for you guys, and he shows you how you're going to find your way through. The way that you are going to find your way through the wilderness is through making survival checks. Now, there are two kinds of survival checks that you can make. The first kind... What?
So it's like, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I was gonna say city boys in trouble.
Yeah, I'm very much a soft book boy.
The first
there's
kind...
no diplomacy in the jungle.
No, yeah, you can't convince a tree to tell you the way to go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a certain kind of tree, maybe, but none of these trees.
Like Avatar.
Yeah.
The way that you guys are going to make it through the jungle is through either an orienteering check or a following tracks check. Orienteering is the better way. It is faster and allows you to cover more ground per check. Following tracks is easier, but it makes you a little bit slower, and it will take longer to make your way across the wilderness. If you fail the check, so here's the thing: is you each only get one check per day.
Is it a group check? Like
No, I'm gonna make it an individual check.
Okay.
And whoever has the highest on what they decide that they want to do, whoever, like if you all fail the thing you're trying to do, then you will lose half a day's progress. If one of you succeeds, you will gain whatever amount of progress that you gain from succeeding at that activity. Whatever, either the full day for orienteering or 3/4 of a day for following tracks. Now,
I got an idea.
Uh-huh.
So we have a general idea of where they're at or where they're going to?
Sort of, yeah.
Can our pilot friend kind of recon
No.
ahead of us?
No.
Oh, because she's very far, I guess. Or...
Not only is she very far, but also this is protected land. you cannot just fly over it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why there is no spaceport, because you can't land a.
The canopy is so high she can't even.
Damn space EPA.
Okay.
Yeah.
So could 3 city mercenaries hire somebody who knows something about the forest?
We cannot hire any more NPCs. We are going to be broke.
That is.
I mean,
Zib's right. And it would be extremely expensive.
Yeah, but if Space Irwin means we only take 10 days there and back versus getting lost for a year, that might be worth it.
You're not going to get lost for a year. Hiring.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a spell gem.
Okay, that's cool.
The one. No, remember the one that's like, let me just ask every mage ever in the galaxy for the proper way to do this.
Yeah,
That's
the Reddit.
right.
Yeah, the Reddit gem. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the answer is no. Before you even ask.
How would you say no to Reddit guiding us through the Amazon? That sounds incredibly bad.
Yeah, that
Let's
sounds
do
like
it.
something that is very realistic and could definitely happen. No, the nobody.
AITA walking through a jungle with no supplies.
No, okay. Here, we didn't
If
get
it's
that far.
green, don't eat it.
You're gonna have supplies. We didn't get that far. But you're gonna have supplies. I'm just explaining to you how the next part is gonna work.
Cool. I do like the idea that you ask the Galaxy Reddit to just send us every clip of Man vs. Wild at once.
Honestly, that's what
yeah,
I was
okay,
thinking of
see-
doing to work as an aid
That's
for whoever
that-
makes the check.
That is an appropriate use of the spell.
That's literally what I was going to use it for.
Okay.
I
I thought
the
you
first
were
orienteering thing. I was going to do a Kashik tutor to because I have my survival. I don't have a survival modification, right? So I was going to do that to get it's. I think I have a plus. I have a first level version of it, so it's basically I get a +2 like modifier to the check. So
how often can you do that?
just once.
Ooh,
'Cause
yeah,
just the
that's
gem-
not going to be that
Once I
helpful.
use the gem, it's just it burns it. So
Yeah, that's not going to be. You're going to get 1 day's use out of it, and then that's going to be it.
better than no days use out of it.
Correct.
Yeah.
But let me continue to tell you about the rest of it. So
Okay.
you guys are going to make survival checks every day. By looking at the maps, you figure that it's going to take about 10 to 12 days to get there. It is 120 miles from where you guys are. And it says, assuming a speed of 30 feet, the PCs can cover about 12 miles a day.
God, we're slow.
Well, you're also walking through the jungle.
That's fair.
This isn't that
We've
weird
never
cut
walked
of
through a
the...
jungle before.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
fun. And yeah, you've also never walked through a jungle. Well, Pax might have walked through a jungle before. So we've got 120 miles. 12 miles a day. So with a successful check, you have the possibility of traveling 12 miles in a day. Or with the tracking survival, you have the possibility of traveling 8 miles. No, I'm sorry, 9 miles, because it's 3/4.
I definitely don't have the necessary supplies.
No, you're gonna get them. Don't worry. They knew you were coming. So as you guys are like talking it over, and you're like, oh, I don't know if we really have the supplies for this. I don't know if we ever really know how to do this. The doctor opens a couple of cases, and he says, usually we don't have to go out into the wilderness, but we do keep this stuff here just in case we do. This is all from the college, so because you're here on college business, technically, you guys are going to be granted all of this stuff. We'll just have it refilled the next time somebody comes through. So you guys are going to get items, but we're going to go over the supplies first. He gives each of you, this is more than you're going to need, he gives each of you 3 weeks worth of field rations.
Hell yeah.
He gives each of you 100 credits worth of standard ammunition for whatever your gun is.
How much is that?
I'm not sure. So let's see. I'm pretty sure if we go to equipment and then you go to
that's important for me.
yeah, and it's going to be important for you for another reason as well. Well, I mean the same reason, but applied to something else.
Okay.
Melee, small arms. There should be a cost for ammunition somewhere.
Drag John into John again. Do I have to unlock my John to drag the John into it
Unlock your John to drag the John.
on the character sheet?
No.
Because I'm just going to field rations and I want to drag it onto my sheet for a thing that I have.
It will not let you do it?
Yeah, I don't think it will.
Have you popped it out, or is it still on the main page?
I'm on the main page.
Okay.
Like I didn't pop out my character sheet. Yeah.
You'd think that the ammunition cost would be right next to the gun cost. But what a surprise. It isn't. All right, so that means we have to Google it. I did not realize this was going to be this complicated. As far as the amount of stuff that
I
was.
actually like exploration.
So do I. I just didn't realize that there was going to be this much. Like
I can't wait to ask
what
about the weight.
I didn't realize was that it was going to be 12 days of survival checks. That's what I didn't really get. And then I started reading it and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, this is dope.
So let's see.
Ahead of time, I am sick, so yes. Oh wait, no, I found it. It's under a listing called per week field ration.
Yeah. Okay.
There's different. There's one entry called like extra rations, and that's the one that you can't drag into your thing. But per week field ration, I just dragged it in and changed it to 3.
Okay.
Let me know if you guys are encumbered, because that packs might have to carry people's stuff.
Yeah, I think I've got like a bunch of extra guns that you guys we keep finding.
You're still holding them? Why haven't you sold them?
I've got my baton. I've got I got my pistol that I got back from the goblin. I've got 2 rifles. I've got an energy pulse caster rifle, and then I've got a traditional like bullets auto target rifle, and then I have a needler pistol. I don't need the auto target rifle because it doesn't work with like, or the needler because it doesn't work with like what I do. So
Hey, does anybody want the tactical arc emitter that I never shoot right?
No, you need. I want you to just use that in every battle forever.
Okay.
you want this needler as a sidearm?
Yeah. Logar, do things like the fusion seals and the force field upgrades, they all have bulk to them? Or at least the force field upgrade has bulk to it. Does that actually continue, or do I ignore that, or
What do you mean?
Because I'm already encumbered, so I need to drop something, and I just want to make sure that when I've upgraded weapons,
Yeah.
I've added weight properly.
I would say that the total. I mean, I would say that the backup generator armor upgrade is 1 bulk when it's out of the armor because it has it comes in a box. But once you install it, it just becomes part of the armor and doesn't affect how much the armor weighs.
Okay. I'm gonna need to throw my flashlight away, but I can't carry your guys' stuff because I'm already encumbered.
How much stuff do you have? Hold on.
I can carry 9 bulk. The golem forge plating is 3 of that.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's your? How do I know which one? Because mine says 8 carried, 5 encumbered, 10 over. So does that mean my encumberment rating is 5? I'm currently carrying 8, and then 10 means I can't fucking move.
Hold on.
My over is 14. I guess we could always just say I'm gonna drop the rations when we fight. That shouldn't be a problem. But until I drop the rations, I will be much slower.
Every fight, you're like Piccolo taking off his shoulder pads.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's definitely a thing of like carrying backpacks to these games. You know, like it's an action to
So okay,
take it
so
off. And,
yeah, I think we can do that. So you're encumbered, Ian, already, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and Cakes, when you add 3, can you add 3 to yours and not be encumbered?
I don't really know what I'm reading on this piece of paper, digital paper.
I also don't understand which. It says carried, encumber, and over. So is carried how much you have, and encumbered is how much you have until you're over?
Yeah. So the way it works is you can carry up to what your encumbered number is and have no negative effects on your character sheet. But if you go over your over amount, I think you can't move. I'm not 100% sure on that, but
yeah,
when
you guys
go
are
over
going to need to be not encumbered to do this encounter.
Okay, well, in that case, I think the best bet is for me to carry 8 weeks of rations, and one of you two to carry 1 week of rations, and then I'll just have to take an action in combat to drop the rations onto the ground and fight.
Or
Okay.
what's Shepherd carry?
Ooh, yes! I forgot about Shepherd.
Oh, pack mule.
I am sworn to carry your burdens.
This is like Elder Scrolls, right? We can just load him down with everything.
He isn't carrying anything.
I open
Our
his
food.
torso like a mini fridge and
Yeah.
stuff him full of rations.
You know what? I give him the needler. I give him my needler, and be like, yo, hold our food, dude.
Yeah, how many weeks worth of we have 9 weeks of rations to carry.
Yeah.
How many weeks can he hold? Each one is 1 bulk.
Hold on, let me try to drag the needler pistol from Raj to Shepard. See if that works like that. It does not. All right. So go ahead and delete your needler pistol, and I will add it to Shepard's sheet.
That's all it has. It's like 1d4 plus 1.
Okay. He has. Oop! I needed to do the pistol, not the rifle. Okay. And he can hold. All right. So how many rations do you want him to take? Because he'll put him in his tummy, which is the fridge.
There are 9 total. There are 9 total quantity of a week's worth of rations, so 9 bulk.
Okay.
If
And
you carry 9 bulk, we're good. Assuming he's not eating because he's a robot, so we don't need.
Yeah,
12
he's not
bulk.
eating. He's solar powered, maybe. I don't know.
Cool. All right. Best thing I've heard all day. So yeah, he just needs to carry 9.
All right, per week field rations.
Yeah, each one is 1 bulk. If he carries 9, that's the food for everybody.
I don't think that's gonna. That's gonna be too much. Yeah.
How many can he carry and not be encumbered?
1. He can carry 3.
Okay, I will move packs down from 9 to 6. I'm still encumbered, but I'm not encumbered as much as I was.
So here's what I would do. Pax, you have wrong person. Pax, you have a laser rifle.
Yep.
That you could just not take. You have a longsword and a spear.
So the problem is that even if I drop all 3 of those, I'm not under encumbered. I could drop all of my weapons and I'm still there. I'm gonna drop the flashlight first. Why a flashlight is the same as a week's worth of rations?
Well,
no, the flashlight is light bulb. No. The flashlight is light bulb.
Oh, it is light bulk. Okay. Yeah, it's really the armor. The armor's the problem.
Yeah, you got some heavy ass armor, dude.
Dude, I already have 3 rations. I have 6 rations on me.
Oh, okay. Then you don't need to take any more. He offers 3. Do you have rations or do you have per week field ration?
Oh no, I just have regular ass rations.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're different.
Get rid of those. I'm gonna throw those out.
Yeah, fuck those.
Hold up, right? It says right here, you can drop any item or items that you're holding onto your square or into an adjacent square at any time without spending an action.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Zib, you're carrying 2 bulk.
Yeah,
Zib can go up to 6.
I'm just a bug. What do I need? What do I need to
You can carry some food.
I'm going to delete 4 from what I'm carrying. I will now carry 2. That puts me under encumbered. That puts me at encumbered.
Tell me
Which is
how many things you want me to carry?
4.
I will carry 4 rations. I'm the captain and the chef. And Tennille. I wish... Does anybody else have, like, a lot of trouble changing text fields in Roll20?
Yeah, everybody does.
Okay. Why does it take 10 years?
Because it's a combination of using your RAM, your browser RAM, and then also like talking to the friggin' servers, I guess. On Roll20.
Okay. So I'm now going to explain. Also, he offers you guys a bunch of like regular equipment too. He offers you a.
I am now encumbered.
He offers you a suit of armor, which is a Lashunta Ringwear 2 armor. I think if I drag this to the screen, this will make a note in the newspaper.
It's a Ringwear 2 armor?
Yeah. And it should be in everybody's journals.
I think that's better than what I have.
Okay, let's jump
And
to
it's
Ringwear
lighter.
2.
And it's lighter than what I have.
It is 8 armor, plus 8 to EAC, plus 10 to KAC.
Yeah, I'm going to strip and put that on. That will solve this problem.
Perfect.
I'll just take the Golem Forge and pass it to... I'll send it back to the ship via carrier.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. What? It gets back... Can someone take it back to the ship? Can I... Something?
Yeah, no, I was kidding. Yeah, it's fine. You can totally... Yeah, I'm not gonna...
Yeah.
Alright, there's also a carbon steel blade. There is 4 doses of Tier 1 antitoxin, which you guys definitely should take.
Yeah, I'll hold on to that. How many doses?
You have 4 of those.
Okay.
Carbon steel blade is also better than what I have.
Tier 1.
Tier 1 antitoxin.
And this is like one of each of these objects, correct?
Except for the antitoxin is 4.
4 doses.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Does anyone mind? Does anyone mind if I take the carbon steel blade?
You go for it. Yeah.
I simply do not know what I would do with it.
A sticky bomb 2 grenade.
Hello.
Buns?
Hello.
Sticky buns.
Sticky buns. Don't mind if I do.
Which is also going to be in everybody's journal now. Sticky bomb tier 1 carbon lashunta, and 4 doses of spray flesh.
Spray flesh. I like that word. I don't know why I like that. I like that.
How do I drag this in?
You have to find it in the SRD, I think.
Yeah, I just grabbed it. The spray flesh.
Flesh.
A single sticky bomb grenade?
Just the one, yes.
Just the one. That's all I need. Also, can I give someone else a single ration? How is everybody doing on breadsticks and cumberment?
I mean, they are unlimited.
Oh, I'm sending things back to the ship. I'm gonna need to do some selling. You need to get rid of 1 ration.
Yeah, because taking 4 makes me encumbered.
1 more would make me encumbered.
Leave it on the ground. Leave it in the
You can
shepherd.
Eat it. You can.
I'm gonna eat a week's worth of rations.
Actually, yeah, you could eat up. You could eat up for the day, and that'll count.
Yeah.
Turbo load.
One thing I'm
shit,
noticing is that my page isn't like updating, and I've moved stuff around. So
You might need to reset reload the page.
yeah.
All right, and then everybody gets 100 ammo worth of their of the ammunition that they use.
How many clips is?
It's going to be of negligible bulk. Raj, what gun do you use?
1 sec.
Pulsecaster rifle.
Yeah, I use a pulsecaster rifle. I also
Which
have
uses-
I have an auto target rifle. I gotta get rid of the needler. Oop. Yeah,
Just send it back to the ship with everything else.
I thought I gave that to Shepard, but then
He did.
Attack. I got a pulsecaster and I got an auto target.
All right, so he's going to give you he's going to give you 2 clips for your pistol.
Okay.
Zib, you're going to get for the arc emitter.
Oh, cool.
It uses
Modify my
a battery, I think, of 20 charges, right?
That sounds right.
It's not real descriptive. It just says capacity. Oh boy. Ah, jeez.
Oops, sorry. Every time I put on new armor, I have to go through all of my feats, which modify this shit.
So Zib, you're gonna get 1 battery that has 20 charges in it.
Cool.
Shepard is gonna get 2 clips. Pistol ammo. Raj, why don't you change that to 1 clip of pistol ammo and 1 battery of 20? And Pax, you don't really use guns.
Nope, I have a gun, but I don't use it.
What kind of gun is it?
The laser rifle.
All right, then you can have a battery of 20 charges as well.
Sweet.
I think I don't know if that's necessarily correct, but
We're
Doesn't
here
matter.
now.
here we
Yeah,
are.
but it's happening.
Okay. So you guys arrived in and walked through a portal. You walked out into the vast, untamed Castrovel wilderness. You were greeted by an associate of the university that you had been working with. He ran you through what you need to do, which is traverse your way through the jungle to find the kidnapped Dr. Solstarni and hopefully the ruins that you were looking for. He gave you a bunch of stuff on behalf of the college and pointed you in the right direction. What's going to happen is the security forces are going to drive you out to pretty much the edge of where they can go, and they're going to point you in the right direction, and you're going to just go for it. He also mentions, very important, that the PC's trek across Ukulam will not be easy. In this region, the days are long, hot, and muggy, with temperatures rising to above 90 degrees Fahrenheit shortly after dawn.
Did someone say long, hot, and buggy? Hey!
Yes,
I'm
that
glad-
is
I'm
exactly
glad-
what we said.
I'm glad as our captain you have a positive outlook on this trek because frankly I'm terrified and not used to walking through the wilderness. So.
As a result, the PCs must endure very hot conditions for about 12 hours a day. This means that you are going to be operating in a hostile environment. A character in very hot conditions must attempt a fortitude saving throw each hour or take 1d4 non-lethal damage. Characters wearing heavy clothing or armor of any sort take -4 penalty to their saving throws. A character can attempt to... Which should not be you anymore because you just got changed.
Yeah, I'm also Vesk, +4 bonus to fortitude saving throws for hot or cold atmospheric effects.
Oh, that fucking rules. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I never thought I'd use those stats. I'm using them.
A character can attempt a survival check to receive a bonus to the saving throw and might be able to apply this bonus to other characters as well. Could not figure that out. You guys aren't really trained in survival anyway, so I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I think it's an upper end survival tactic.
I'm such a wimp.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting and difficult for you guys, and there's gonna be a lot to keep track of, and that's why I said earlier it's like, oh, this is gonna be new. We're doing new stuff. Don't know how it's gonna go. I mean, it's gonna go fine, but it's gonna be a lot of you got to stop and figure it out. So here is how my understanding of protection from the elements work in conjunction with your suits of armor that you already have. Your suit of armor has an environmental protection level that is equal to its item level. So an item level 1 has 1 day's worth of protection, which means 24 hours. Has 24 hours. Now, you guys are going to be walking for 12 hours a day. Which means that you're going to have 2 days, basically. If you ration it, it'll last longer. Obviously, the damage that you're going to take is non-lethal, and it will recover when you guys sleep for the night. However, the suits have to be recharged. If they're not recharged, they don't give you any protection. That kind of stuff is very easy to find in a space station. It is not easy to find in a untamed, uncivilized wilderness.
Well, it's a good thing I'm wearing drow armor that's level 2, and I had a backup generator armor upgrade installed into it way back when.
And it's a good thing that somebody has a cantrip that can take energy out of batteries and put them into other things.
Yep.
So I think you guys are going to be okay, but I just wanted to explain all the rules up front and what's going to happen. So, like I said, you have 24 hours per item level of protection from the environments. To me, that means you won't have to make that fortitude check while you're wandering through the jungle.
Well, Zib, what's your armor? What's your armor level?
1, I think.
I think it's 1. Zib has second skin. Yeah.
Zib's the only one I think has to make the check at one point. Okay.
Ha 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 ha.
Well, no, because you guys are going to be out there for like 10 days, 10 to 12, possibly more days if you get lost. So we have to keep track of how much you actually have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Zib has 12, and I'm going to write it down. Pax has what level is that, Pax?
The armor? 5.
Yeah. Okay, so Pax has 5 times 12 is 60 hours worth. And Raj, what do you have?
Level 2.
So 24, and then you have a backup generator, right?
Yeah.
What does that do?
Backup generator armor upgrade. Backup generator armor upgrade. You can connect charge electric items such as batteries to this mini generator and recharge them. The electricity comes from kinetic energy of my movement, which creates 1 charge every 10 minutes of movement. So basically, I can use that battery to jumpstart, say, Zib's suit, and then walk around for I have 100 charges in that, 1 charge every 10 minutes of movement. Was that 1,000 minutes?
So you get 1 charge every 10 minutes, right? So that would be 6 per hour.
Yeah.
Because it's going to work in hours.
Yeah.
And I'll let you. I'm not sure if it's supposed to add up like it. I think it does. I'll let you be able to transfer as much as you want. Well, not as much as you want within the confines of the limit of the container. Power between the generator, the batteries, and the suits. But you might run out. You don't know how this is going to go.
How do these suits work with charging them up and stuff?
What do you mean?
Like, so this is like a field generator, I guess, inside these suits. I'm just trying to figure out. So it's just once a day, basically, I have to charge a suit.
So every hour that you're out is 1 charge of the suit. So your suit has 24 charges because it's level 2. Axe's has 60 because it's level 5.
Oh, I get it now.
Okay, so every hour somebody has to use a charge. The battery. Yeah, the battery has however many charges, and then you're going to be generating some while you guys are walking because the whole time you're going to be walking.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready?
I think so.
I'm just writing down 60 out of 60 for hours. Yep. I'm ready.
And you guys won't start having to use those until you're actually in the jungle or in the jungle. Yeah. Okay. So
The mighty jungle.
the mighty jungle.
When you come in from the black, you want a place that reminds you of home. You want traditional foods like our Reaxians cadaver digits, fresh fried every cycle, or tacos made the Spaffini way, flavored with real asteroid sauce. With quality finding up with a syndicate, but at prices any corporate collar can afford. So after you dock, head over to the Eye. We're open all cycle, every cycle, ready to treat you like family, hive mind, or brood clutch. Spacies, you're gonna like the food you eat from the restaurant that I own.
Hey, thanks for watching Dead Sundays. You can watch the rest of this adventure in part 2, and you can catch us live on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern only on twitch.tv/LogarTheOgar. Thank you, OBS, for your service towards the streaming community. Please check out and donate to the OBS Project's Patreon. OBS is a free broadcasting software that I've been using for years and wouldn't want to use anything else. Thank you to Sirenscape, who allows us to use their dynamic sound generator to provide the background music and sound effects that you're hopefully enjoying right now. Sirenscape is a wonderful program with a ton of pre-crafted and IP-specific soundscapes available for a monthly subscription to make your tabletop games sound as epic as they play. Thank you to Roll20, a web-based tabletop RPG client allowing users around the world to play tabletop games together as if they were in the same room. Roll20 is a free-to-use service, but offers a low-cost monthly subscription option for extra tools that I use because I use Roll20 all the time. And thanks to Paizo for making Starfinder, for making Pathfinder, and for supporting the United Paizo workers.